Good morning. I'm Jennifer Dwyer, and I'm a tribe yoga teacher. So today's class will focus on the neck and shoulders. This is an area that many people hold tension, and actually tension is a little different than tightness. So tightness can be from working out and movement, but tension is actually stress being held in the body. So the neck and shoulders is one area, like I said, that really can be a source of tension. So today we'll do about a 30-minute practice using the breath and movement to focus on this area. And there will be some strengthening and opening poses. So first we'll begin in a seated position. So welcome and deep gratitude to the military servicemen and women and to all your family and loved ones. I feel it is very important to share the tools of yoga and meditation because it is so beneficial. And so I'm happy if you can join me. I'll come to move back here in a cross-legged seated position. If you have gear such as a yoga block or a cushion or blanket to sit on, that can be helpful for the hips. I'm just going to adjust my view a little bit. It's really cold here in New York today, even though it's the end of March. So we'll maybe warm up a little bit. First, though, we'll begin to center, just coming to a cross-legged seat, taking a minute to just settle in and get comfortable, softening your shoulders up, back, and down. Your hands can be palms face down on your thighs if that's comfortable. We'll take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. And then on the exhale, just gently release, letting the weight drain down from the crown of your head down through your shoulders. Another long, slow, deep breath in, filling up. And exhale, releasing the weight down from your shoulders down through your torso. And another long, slow, deep breath in. Maybe a little pause at the top of your inhale. And then exhale, release, letting that weight roll and drain down through your torso, through your seat, all the way into the ground beneath you. Softening your eyes and jaw unhinged. And we'll just begin to do a few shoulder rolls up, back, and down, just rolling gently forward, up, back, and down, going at your pace. For today's practice, move in a way that feels comfortable for you. What I offer is just suggestions. And then we'll do the shoulder rolls forward, down, and back, just rolling. A few times forward. And we'll release and gentle neck roll. So bring your right ear to your right shoulder and then gently draw your chin. Just tracing a semicircle down and around over to your left. So left ear to left shoulder and just gently rolling, going as slowly or maybe a little faster, however is comfortable for you. Just warming up the back of the neck and noticing your breath with the movement. So maybe inhale as you go in one direction and then exhale as you release down. Softening your temples, the back of your neck, shoulders down. Good. We'll come back to center and we'll bring your left arm in front of you with the thumb pointing up and right arm, the forearm crosses over here and gently gazing forward, taking a full breath in. And then you can slowly turn, if it feels comfortable, towards your left shoulder. So your head turned away from where your hands are. Shoulder dropping gently down away from your ears. Navel to your spine and lower ribs gently tucked in. So long, tall spine, sit bones evenly pressed down. And we'll slowly come back to center Open your arms out, and we'll cross your right arm forward with the left forearm in front of your right arm. Thumbs point up, softening your face, shoulder down away from your ear, and then gently turn over to your right if that feels good. So maybe you feel a little stretch down the left side of your neck and left shoulder. Shoulder blades are gently drawing down. Soft breaths in and out. And we'll slowly release. Arms out to the side and gently draw your left ear to your left shoulder, and your left palm is on the outside of your right temple, so there's a gentle engagement, so the head gently presses into your palm and palm to your head, so you're getting a stretch down the right side of your neck and shoulder. Right arm is out long to your side. Sit bones pressing evenly down. Gentle stretch here in the side of your neck. Left elbow is away out to the side. We'll hold here for a few breaths. Maybe with each exhale, you gently release down a little bit more, softening your eyes, your shoulders down. And then we'll slowly release, arms out to the side, and then right ear to your right shoulder. Your right arm reaches up to hold the side of your left temple, so there's engagement of the side of your head into your hand. Left arm reaches away from you. Maybe the fingertips reach the ground, maybe not, so that there's a line of energy from the side of your head, down your shoulder, out through your left arm. Right elbow is away out to the side, just softening and releasing here with each exhale. Maybe your exhales become a little bit longer than your inhale. Good, and then we'll slowly release. Again, just rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. And then the other direction. And then we'll come to lie on our back, preparing for bridge pose. So we'll have the feet close to your hips, about hip width apart, so soles of the feet planted down. Your fingertips maybe almost graze the back of your heels. Shoulders evenly down on your mat, on the ground. And then on your inhale, pressing evenly through your feet, will lift up slowly, so the knees come forward, hips lift. Slowly lifting up, chin is neutral, gently towards your chest, and then exhale, release one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone the last to come down. Outer hips are firmed as you inhale, pressing evenly through your feet. Shoulders connected to the ground, and then exhale, release. Pressing down through your feet as your hips lift up. Fingers down towards your heels, and then if it feels comfortable, you can remain here or interlace your fingers, so palms together, and you can shrug your shoulders. Or chest opener and shoulder blades draw down and towards one another. Neck is neutral, so nice lengthened neck, chin tucked in, and we'll take a few breaths, softening your eyes and your jaw. Inner thighs pressing towards one another, as if you have a block between your legs, so the outer hips firm. Knees point forward, and then we'll slowly unclasp your hands, carefully and slowly coming all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, so the hips land here. Take one full breath in, and then exhale, release. We'll draw your knees slowly up, so Shins parallel to the ground, little hip circles. So the knees trace small circles in one direction and then the other. And then we'll slowly, so arms out in T position, and slowly drop your knees over to the right for spinal twist. So arms can either be in cactus or out to the side in T position and just gently looking up towards the sky. And then we'll clasp the hands behind your head, so elbows are wide. And then we'll slowly do like a side crunch. So on the exhale, you draw your left elbow towards your right. And then on the inhale, slowly come back to center. Left elbow out away, and then we'll do this a few times. Just a side crunch. Inhale, lifting the elbow out to the side. And then exhale, release. Inhale, open. And then exhale, draw that left elbow to meet the right, gently holding the back of your head for support. We'll come back to center, elbows wide, and then slowly arms back to cactus or T position. We'll slowly, using your core, draw your knees up to center and come to the other side. So knees drop over to the left, arms out in T position or cactus, holding here for a breath. Notice that both the shoulder blades are down evenly in the ground. Then we'll clasp the hands behind your head, just gently holding the back of your head, and then we'll do the side crunch. So on your exhale, right elbow will draw over to your left for a side crunch. And on the inhale, open, collarbones wide, shoulders open, and then exhale for a twist. Crunch, inhale, release back to center, and then exhale, draw that right elbow to meet the left, and then inhale, open to this cactus or T position, and we'll slowly draw your knees back up to center, holding onto the back of your thighs or your shins. We'll slowly roll up to tabletop position. So taking your time to transition. And we'll come with the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under hips, flat back, shoulder blades draw together, and we'll gently look over to the right. Maybe we'll just slowly turn from side to side. So first looking, gazing to your right, and then center, and then over to your left. Center, looking over your right shoulder, maybe you even get to see your back right foot. The neck is neutral and lengthened, and then exhale, center, soft, steady gaze, and then looking over to your left, maybe back towards your left foot. And then we'll slowly come back to center. So fingers spread wide, the weight is under the padding of your thumb and index finger to protect your wrists. And we'll just slowly do some circles, leading with the shoulders, and then coming almost like back to a child pose, but not all the way. We'll just do a few circles. A lot of yoga poses, there's a lot of forward and back movement. We'll just find some mobility here, releasing tension, just gently, maybe even noticing your head moving with the shoulders a few times in one direction and then the other. Maybe your movements become a little bit bigger as you're circling, making this your own. Maybe the chin tucks in and then looks forward. Good. And then we'll slowly come back to center. Tucking your toes here, maybe the hands come a little bit forward. We'll slowly lift up to downward dog. So the knees slowly lift up off the ground. Feet are about hip width apart. And slowly the hips reach back towards your heels. Knees can be bent. Arms lengthened, fingers spread. And then soften your gaze. So looking back towards your feet or shins. Shoulder blades draw down your back, so shoulders away from your ears. taking a few breaths and maybe breathing into your neck and shoulders. Making any movements that feel comfortable, pedaling your feet, maybe shaking your head gently side to side, and then gently nodding yes. Chin comes forward. And then we'll slowly gaze forward towards your hand and walk slowly towards your feet, towards your hands in a gentle forward fold. The knees can be bent. That 2 fists between your feet is hip width apart, and just gently draping down, letting your neck be soft and eyes and jaw soften, and maybe holding opposite elbows, swaying gently side to side. Softly breathing, and then we'll clasp our hands. You can either have your hands with the elbows wide to come to stand. You can clasp your palms, so fingers interlaced, shoulders draw back, so shoulder blades draw towards one another, knees bent, and we'll slowly roll up to stand with the head last to lift up. Spreading evenly through your feet. I'm going to change my view. Excuse me. We'll come to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. So spreading, maybe even lifting your toes and spreading them so feet evenly spreading through the ground, palms together at your heart, and we'll just do a little bit of shoulder mobility, shoulder opening. So on your inhale, the knees can bend a little bit as you lift your left arm forward and trace it up and back in like a rainbow semicircle. Back behind you, maybe your gaze follows, and then exhale, back forward, up and forward and down, and we'll switch arms so the right arm reaches forward, up, maybe gazing towards that palm. And you can move as quickly or as slow as is comfortable. Just do that a few times in each direction, adding like a little chair pose as you lift up. So the right arm with the thumb facing the ceiling, up and back, opening up the shoulders, and then linking your breath with the movement. So maybe your breath initiates with your inhale, the arm traces up and back. Do that one more time. So the right arm lifts forward, up and back towards center. Palms together. We'll clasp our hands behind your head. And on your inhale, this is like a little crunch. The elbows wide as your chest lifts. And then exhale, elbows draw towards one another, navel to spine. Inhale, elbows wide, maybe gazing up a little bit. The head gently supported by your hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, elbows wide as your heart lifts up, gazing up. And then exhale, softly release. Inhale, elbows wide. Maybe it's a little bit bigger back bend, heart opening, and then exhale back towards center. And slowly release. Chair pose. Arms reach up either in cactus or arms a little wider than shoulder width apart. Sitting back in your heels, the hips reach back, toes are light, softening your jaw and your neck. Palms together in prayer, and we'll twist. You can move as feels comfortable for you. Hooking the right elbow over to your left thigh. So shoulder blades drop down and back. Palms connect, elbow reaches back. And soft, steady gaze either down at the floor or softly gazing back towards your left elbow. The right hip gently draws back to even the hips, inner thighs hugging one another, and then we'll slowly release, palms up to the sky, and then exhale, twist the other direction. So left elbow hooks to the outside of your right thigh. Shoulder blades draw down, unclenching your jaw, softening the back of your neck. Toes are light so the hips descend back. Inner thighs hugging one another. Palms reaching back towards your right hip, elbows wide. Creating a little heat and strength. And inhale back to center. Palms lift up. And then exhale, release. Elbow, shoulders reach forward, up and back. And then one other direction. And then we'll slowly make our way down by reaching the arms around and up, the sun breath. And then exhale. Slowly dive forward with a flat back, forward fold. On the inhale, halfway lift, gazing forward, and then exhale, we'll step the right and then the left leg back to downward dog. Just hips reaching back as the arms reach forward with the shoulder blades drawing down your back, softening the back of your neck. And then we'll slowly come down onto our knees, adjusting my view. We'll slowly, you can either have, if you have a block available, to sit in Varasana, hero pose. So hips, sit bones evenly on the ground. Toes can be tucked or the tops of the feet down. Just taking a full breath in through your nose. And then exhale, letting that weight drain down from the top of your head, down your shoulders, and down through your seat. Softening your eyes, your jaw, your neck. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades drawing down your back. And then we'll slowly moving towards camel pose. So we'll do this in stages. So the tops of the feet down, hips reach, pointing forward. We'll bring the palms and the back of your sacrum below your lower back, elbows draw in towards one another. And we'll slowly, outer hips firm in, we'll slowly lift your chest, jaw lifts slightly, neck is neutral, so just soft, steady gaze up towards the sky. We'll stay here for another breath or two. And then slowly release. And then toes will be tucked, suppressing in the balls of your feet. And then gently, so we'll bring the left arm to either reach down the back of your thigh to your shin or to your heel as the right arm lifts up. So right hand reaching up, neck is neutral, so the chest lifts, tailbone down towards your heels. Option also to use a block if you have one available. And then we'll slowly release. Palms on your sacrum with the elbows drawing back, and we'll come to the other side. So the left arm reaches down towards right arm down, right side, or the other, whichever arm you did, do the other one. So right arm for me Reaching down the thigh, shin or heel, and the left arm slowly reaching up. Shoulder blades draw down and back, heart lifts, soft jaw and soft eyes. Outer hips firming so the inner thighs are hugging in towards one another with your hand either on your waist or down towards your heel. And then we'll slowly release palms down your lower back to your sacrum. Just softly breathing and sit down onto your heels. Softening your breath. Letting the energy flow from the top of your head down towards your feet and back up. And we'll do some final stretch and cool down. So we'll bring the feet, soles of the feet touch in Baddha Konasana, gently the knees out wide, and we'll do little rolls, circles here with the shoulders leading and the chest just circling in one direction a few times and then the other. We'll extend the left leg out with the foot flexed, right sole of your foot to the inner thigh, and we'll just gently turn to face over your left knee, fingertips down, or on blocks if you have them, and then just gently release. So the spine is neutral and long, chin gently tucked in, foot flexed, softening the back of your neck and your jaw and breathing. Maybe noticing the breath traveling in through your belly and ribs. And then we'll do a gentle twist to your left fingertips by your left hip, just gently turning towards your left, and then opening to the other side. So collarbones are spread, the shoulders down. Your gaze can either be outside of your right knee or maybe turning your head slightly to your right. And then we'll switch sides, slowly coming back to center. Right leg with toes flexed reaches out and the left foot engaged to your right thigh. And we'll turn to drape over the right leg. So gently walking forward with the spine neutral, chin gently tucked in, maybe gazing towards your toes, and crawling gently forward until you find a place where it's like almost your edge without forcing or pushing. Just gently release here and breathe. And shoulder blades drawing gently down your back. And then we'll twist to your right. So right fingertips behind your right hip, either gazing down at the ground or behind you. And we'll go the other direction, so right arm to your right leg, opening your chest, so the left fingertips down. Spine is long, so from the crown of your head down to your tailbone lengthened, maybe turning a little bit to your left. And slowly release. Child pose, so knees can be maybe a little wider than your hips, top of the feet down so big toes touch, and slowly sit back towards your heels for a gentle child pose. Arms can either reach forward or you can have your forehead resting on your hands with the elbows bent. Another position I find comfortable is to have prayer, so palms touch behind the back of your head, so the elbows come forward, and just gently releasing the back of your neck and jaw. Noticing the breath filling up in your shoulders. Imagine open space in your neck and shoulders and shoulder blades, as if like the vast clear blue sky. You can imagine that clear blue sky in space inside the back of your shoulders, your chest. With each breath, just finding a little bit more space and awareness, like the clear blue sky. Maybe your hands are even down by your heels, noticing the breath flowing in your back body. A little bit more space with each inhale, and softening with the exhale, gently bowing down to the ground, supporting you underneath you. Softening and releasing the back of your head, your neck and shoulders, softly releasing down your spine, so upper back down towards your lower back. Hips softening. And just feel the connection of your shins underneath you to the ground, the tops of your feet, the space in your feet and the palms of your hands. If you'd like to move into Shavasana and lie on your back, finding whatever pose to close, you can remain in child pose. Just allowing the weight to drain all the way down into the ground. And just softening and surrendering. Nothing to do. Sorry for the noise. I guess that's the alarm to close. I'm so happy to be here with you, and may you be safe and well. May you be peaceful and at ease, and bring this peace and spaciousness out into your day and evening. Namaste.